Hey there guys, I want to do a video of a job that I used to do, and actually it was in Central Florida, that I did for about 2.5 years, 3 years on and off. It was actually selling water treatment systems for homes. How it worked is we'd get leads, either they would door knock them or call them, asking for a water treatment test or a water test to show the difference between soft water and hard water. Now, if you live anywhere in Florida, you know that your water sucks. The water's extremely hard. A lot of people that move from up north, that move down, they tell it instantly, and there's two choices. Either you deal with it, or you can buy a water treatment system. Now, what I'm about to talk about is the scam called water treatment systems. I work for two companies. One company's now closed down. Both sold GE units. I did really good. I used to sell anywhere between 2 to 7 a week. I had as many as 7 in 1 week. Now, what they would do is they'd call your phone or knock your door, tell them that they're coming in to do a water test and show you the difference between hard water and soft water and see what you thought about it. Now, this is where things get a little dirty. The test itself, it will show you in these little bottles that they're filled with like these chemicals, and I'll show you what a water equipment test kit kind of looks like. And what would happen was, you'd do the water test, you'd go through and learn about the unit that you were trying to sell, and then da-da-da-da, next thing you know, you're down to the paperwork. Now, what they would try to do is they'd try to stick you with like $6,500, $64.95 at $129 a month, and that was on 17% interest. A lot of times the guys never even told the customer it was 17% interest. A lot of times in the beginning I didn't, because I wasn't trained that way. In the beginning, the first company that I worked for, I didn't have a clue. I didn't start finding out really about interest and all that stuff until I actually moved to my second company I worked for, and then we had like 14 different financial options. It wasn't just one. So you were able to, if somebody had a great credit score, let's just say you had 700 credit score, you know, you could get a system, and you could get it as low as like 2 or 3%, sometimes 5%, through different financial institutions. Now, they're going to try to sell you a system for $6,495 for a system that costs between $500 and $800 to buy. It costs a little bit, I think $500 to $800 to install. So even if it's at the top of the line, you're talking $1,600, and then with the reverse osmosis, you got about $200 there. So let's just say their cost, if it's at the very max, now most of the time they don't pay that, most of the time, but if it was at the very, very max, you're looking at like $1,800. And they're going to get anywhere after financing, because you know financing is always going to take their cut. They're going to get anywhere between $5,800. So just to round it off, let's just say $5,000. So if you round it up and the system costs $2,000, they're making $3,000 per unit sold every single week. Now, there's some customers that are going to pay cash. Anytime a customer ever paid cash with me, I always drop the price dramatically. The reason is because the finance companies, they take a majority of the money. So why not just save that right off the top to the customer? I never sold a customer a $6,500 unit for $6,500 cash. Ever. Anybody that knows me knows I probably sold them usually between 4 and 5. And the reason that I would do that is because I could get $1,500, boom, right there in that day. Once the unit gets installed, I would get that money. And that's how I provided for my family. Now, what I'm going to tell you to do and what other people are going to tell you to do is probably two different things. But what I'm going to tell you to do is to do your research on every company. Now, most of the water treatment companies that were in Central Florida all got their equipment from the same manufacturer. All the equipment came into the same warehouse. They all got loaded with the same resins. They were just different cases, different units, sold under different names with the exact same functionality. The exact same carbon resin that they use these specific terms, and they'll throw these big words at you to make you think like that you know something that you don't. And they're going to let you taste the water. They're going to let you feel the water. They're going to show you these little bottles that show you, hey, this is soft water, this is hard water, which can be a little bit deceiving. And then they're going to try to whop you with that $6,500, $129 price tag. And it's might have went up from then, because I've already been out of that business for a half a decade now. And I knew it was dirty back then, but I had to do what I had to do to support my family. Guys, do your research. Go out there, just get you a $500, maybe $1,000 water softener. There is no difference between a water conditioner and a water softener. The only difference is maybe the beads that's on the inside. Some of them use different type resins from a softener, and they might need more salt than a conditioner. But other than that, there's really no difference. And anybody that says there is out of their mind. Go out there and get a $500, $800 water softener. You can call people, and all you gotta do is look them up that install the units. They'll install the unit, $300, $400, $500 maximum. And that's with a reverse osmosis that goes onto your kitchen sink and the unit that's in the garage. And then here is the scam part. After they done unloaded all of this money on you, they done made $3,000, $4,000 off of you. And these guys are selling 50, 60, 70 units a month. After they've done all that, then what they do is the reverse osmosis system. If you would have went to like Home Depot and bought one, you could go to Home Depot and buy the filters. Filters are not that expensive. But what they would do is they would call you back after a year, and they would say, well, what we're going to do is we're going to maintain your unit. We'll come out, look at your unit, thoroughly inspect it, make sure there's no corrosion. And then once we do that unit, which is complete BS, because when they go out there, all they're doing is making sure the thing's going to function. And sometimes, you'd find them that they wouldn't function all the way, but majority, 99% of the time, that they're functioning fine. And then you would replace the filters that cost $20 and charge a customer $300 to do that. Well, if you got 10,000 customers and you're charging every one of them $300, or they void their warranty, which technically is through the manufacturer, but they would tell them they'd void the warranty, then it's a scam. Like I said, folks, I work for two different companies. They basically did the same thing. Do your research. Get the unit that you really, really want. Spend $500, maybe $1,000. get it installed. If any unit with a reverse osmosis costs more than $2,000, you've overpaid. Hands down, no questions asked. Salt, usually every 3 to 6 months you got to put some in. They're going to tell you it's a year. They're bald-faced lying to you. Don't believe anything that comes out of their mouth. You know the old saying is, you know how a salesman is telling a lie, he's opening his mouth. And the thing about it is it's not until you know and been in the business for a while before you know that it actually, they're being taught the wrong way. Because I sold systems and I had no clue about any of this until after I've been in the business for about 2 years. And I actually went to the manufacturer. I picked up systems for installers. I actually went out and did the sales. I sold equipment. I got on the computer. I sold the $279 inspection and filter changes. I've helped installers install units. But if it's up to me, do your research. I mean, it is only up to you to decide what you want to buy and how much you want to buy it for. And if anybody ever tells you they want a water test, just turn them down. You know from hearing me what a water test is doing. And I wanted to speak a little bit of the truth about that. Well, if you have any questions or concerns or any comments, just leave them below. I'm trying to build my page on what my past experiences. So, like I said, like, comment, subscribe. And this is my life. This is Brad's life. Over and out.